Welcome back, everybody. You know the day, it's Friday. That can only mean one thing. It's Figure Friday. You guys see it. Got a box here from Big Bag Toy Store, my favorite place to pre-order action figures. And I know exactly what's in this one, but let's get into it. So, where'd I put my knife? Of course, Big Bad Toy Store has great packaging. They got the bubble wrap. They even throw in a sticker. Shout out to Big Bad Toy Store. If you guys are looking for someone to sponsor, anyways, check it out. We got Hellboy. Wow. Probably the definitive version of Hellboy in action figure form. I think this looks great. I knew I had to pre-order it as soon as I saw it. It's got the trench coat, okay? It's got even some weapons, and you have a bunch of different hand swaps. Fist of Doom's looking good. Pretty sure the gun goes in that holster. I'm really excited. Of course, you got some great artwork on the back. Mike Mignola, of course, the absolute legend. Such a cool style. No one does it like Mike. With that being said, let's get this guy out of the box and let's do some articulating, and then maybe we'll even throw it on a shelf. Why don't we? Alrighty, so fresh out the box, we've got Hellboy. I think he looks great. BRPD logo on the side there. I think that portrait looks cool. Maybe you could have included a face swap. I don't know. It's pretty neutral face. I'm okay with that. I think that this figure looks awesome. Give you guys like the full on look here. I would say, and we'll get into it as we're articulating, I would say the only thing right off the bat that doesn't jive with me like 100% is the kind of thinness of the trench coat. It really is this kind of thin material. Not the biggest fan of it. On the sleeves, yeah, it's still just a little bit too thin. I would have liked a thicker, more premium material, but we really are splitting hairs here. I think the look of the trench coat's great. You have the collar, you can pop the collar. Of course, the tail. You got any swinging motions with the tail? No swinging motions with the tail, but that's all right. In terms of accessories that it comes with, you get a left hand pointing. As you guys can see, pretty detailed, that nice bright red. You also get what looks to be a cigar smoking hand, okay? So Hellboy loves some of the cigars, of course, so you do have a great cigar smoking hand here. And of course, you have a left hand punch to match the right hand of Doom. Of course, sometimes you need a double punch-in. This gun looks great. This 6-shooter revolver, classic, kind of blunderbuss sort of style. Always like Hellboy's thicker kind of gun styling. It's pretty cool. And then a swap for the right hand in a more punchy sort of fist there, because the one attached is kind of open as you can get it. But let's take a look at the articulation. And also, I want to see how easy it is to slip the trench coat off. Yeah, the trench coat slips right off. Maybe for the fist? Does it slip over the fist? Okay, so the trench coat has a sort of stretchier material that allows you to slip it over the fist. And let's see how easy it is to take off the trench coat. Nice, trench coat has been taken off, as you guys can see. Hellboy in his full glory there. Let's zoom out a tad bit. Of course, you get the art card. Great Mike Mignola art. Same artwork that was on the back of the box, of course. Little data file card for Hellboy. Pause to read if you want to know all about Hellboy, his origin. There you go. I was trying to think, is this the first Dark Horse Comics McFarlane Toys release? Okay, so can we expect more characters from the Hellboy universe? Some Abe Sapien, perhaps, right? Some what's that guy's name? Like Lobster Johnson, Lobster Claw, whatever. That's a cool character. And I think that if that were to happen, I might collect this whole line. I think this is sick. Great look for the Hellboy. Nice bright red. 360 on the head. Shoulders go 360. Bicep swivel. Full 360, as well as the double jointed crunchy elbows. 360 on the wrist with the little rocker joint that McFarlane's known for. I was curious about this. Okay, so same articulation on the other side, still got the double jointed elbow. 360 on the wrist of the right Fist of Doom. Okay, and just taking a closer look at the right hand of Doom, a lot of great detail on that, kind of that rocky sort of sculpt on it. I think it came out great. That looks great. Let's see the side-to-side swivel. Not too much crunch. Pretty decent back articulation though. Does the belt kind of swivel around? No, it doesn't. And of course, it pops up. And let's see. Can you put the gun in? You gotta be able to. Oh, I like this little touch here too. You guys see? I'll zoom in a little bit. You got an HB. HB for Hellboy right on the holster. That's a nice little touch. I am curious about the leg articulations because you do have this tail that's kind of in the way along with the belt itself. So you do get some decent splits. I don't know if Hellboy is known for doing the splits. Let's see how the high kicks are. Not so much high kick as that belt does get in the way. Same thing on the back side. But you do get some double jointed knees. Really, really crunchy though. Crunchy double jointed knees. I guess the upper, yeah, the high kick is a little bit disappointing. The belt just gets in the way a little bit too much. You don't get 360 on, the shin cut, and you do get some 360 on the ankle joint. A nice up and down movement on the toe articulation. Everybody say it with me down in the chat. Toe articulation. This Hellboy looks great. Gun goes easily into the gun hand. That's something that McFarlane sometimes have trouble with. Let's do a hand swap. That just clicks out. Kind of reminds me of the Thing, my Thing action figure in terms of the material we're working with here. But then this just pops right in. So one of the easiest accessory swaps that I've ever experienced with the McFarlane toy. I think this Hellboy looks absolutely great. Probably harder to get the trench coat back on him, but that's all right, man. I think this Hellboy is exactly as I wanted it to be. A really just perfect McFarlane toy. So let me know what you guys thought about it down in the comments. This Hellboy action figure, is it something that you're looking to pick up? As we're winding down the DC multiverse with the McFarlanes, I'm looking to get, some more and more comic book characters. I think as McFarlane is sort of exploring the comic book character space, getting the privilege to put some of these other competing publishers out, Dark Horse Comics, right? That is pretty cool. So we'll have to see. Maybe you can do, I don't know. It's Image Comics, right? So it wouldn't be that crazy, but you got like an Invincible line or something like that. Like, let's get some McFarlane toys for a bunch of these other comic book characters. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I did want to mention too, before I forget, it does come with a dinky little Hellboy stand. And there you go. I love this Hellboy figure. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the unboxing, the articulation, but now it's time to put them on the shelf. Can't put them over here. This is where the DC figures go. Can't put them here. That's where the Marvel Legends go. Let's try to find a spot. I was thinking about putting them down here with the giant monster-sized Hellboy, but it's a little bit too low, kind of touching the ground. Let's put it up here, okay? Kind of next to my other favorite action figure, the Iron Giant from Diamond Select, I think. But here we have it, the Hellboy in his final resting place. I like the way this is looking. Thank you guys for watching. Like if you like, sub if you love, and if you really like, you can hype it. Likes and hypes are very much appreciated. Thank you guys for watching, and read more comics.